Hi, this is Melanie Weber. I am here with Pixies Marseille Tarot by Alejandra Rozan and Chris Onario. I have done two other videos, one which is a new deck Kudis, and the second one is just going through the cards, taking a quick look at them first of all. And now here I'm going to look at the duplicate cards. And so there are still 78 cards technically, 78 positions, 78 numbered cards in the deck, but they have a version that is a Marseille style, and then a version that is more of a Waite-Smith deck style, more of a Golden Dawn style. So that you can see here with the High Priestess or the Popess. So they're using a Marseille term for the High Priestess and the Hierophant. But they, so this is more of that flavor though of the High Priestess card from Golden Dawn, with the Golden Dawn meaning that you see in these two cards. And then their counterpart are these. And I apologize for the lights. I did not realize they were gonna be so strong here. And so that Jupiter card is, you can, and the Juno, you can see are the more Marseille style. And so that is more representative of, obviously, the Roman god Jupiter and Juno, which stand in for, I believe, which are their versions of Zeus and Hera, I believe. I do not know much about that. And so that's cool. So I'm going to show you all those different pairs. So that is one set. Our second set here is Temperance. And I think this is a really neat duo, because then you get a female temperance angel and a male temperance angel, which I love. And so you see the male temperance angel is more, it's interesting. I almost see that more as the Golden Dawn traditional stance, and this temperance I believe is more of the old Marseille style. Let me move that up here, or move that over here to get out of some of the light reflection. There we go. And so this is, you know, especially this is very much an older European style artistic emblems that they have there with the rod and you know, this would, you know, be like a family crest. What does that mean, actually? I'm gonna have to look that up. Fama Sol, something sun. Family of the sun? I don't know what that means. But that's Temperance, so that's another set. So it's basically like the next four cards up from Temperance. So this is card 14 in the majors. The next four going up are also duplicates because they were all different between Golden Dawn and Marseille. So here's our Devil card. Here we have our Golden Dawn style with the hermaphroditic features of the Devil and the two chained little devils there with them. And here is our Devil that is more Marseille. So that's a, you know, I don't know what these are. I'm gonna have to look up why there are faces. That's so interesting. You know what? You know what? We're gonna pull out the book. We're only 3 minutes, really 4 minutes in. Be good time. So we're gonna pull out the book, and this is just, oh, almost there. Here we go. So here is the book. You can kind of see what it shows there. Now I'm looking in this book to see if they have the two different cards. They don't. Interesting. They only show the one card. So like at the beginning, you know, they've got Magician, great, and we do that. And then they have the Popess, great. And then it's the Empress. So they don't do the secondary card. So I'm gonna look and see where they, you know, and there's gonna, I can't wait to read some of this. You know, here's some of the topics: rediscovering Pixie, a closer look, brief history of the writer Waite-Smith Tarot and its artist Pixie. And now here's interesting, because this is a page that says how to approach this deck. Pixies Marseille Tarot does not propose a single specific way of reading. It does not aim to replace existing systems, nor impose a closed method. On the contrary, it invites an open, attentive, and relational reading where observation and intuition carry as much weight as prior knowledge. Interesting. Okay. So I'm looking at, like, here's the heart of the deck is where they're talking about these extra cards. So they're really talking about how the Major Arcana became the center of this project. They talk about the switch of the strength and justice that Arthur Waite did. And it talks about how while the Rider Waite-Smith deck popularized titles such as the High Priestess and the Hierophant, this deck retains the original Marseille names. For this reason, these figures here appear as the Popess and the Pope. That's also why the Lover's card is the lover in this one. And here we go. The other 5 additional cards are inspired by the Jacques Vieille Tarot, one of the oldest and most distinctive decks within the Marseille-related tradition. In that deck, certain cards present iconographies that differ significantly from those that became standard in the Marseille tradition. From these historic variations emerged alternative versions of Temperance, the Devil, the House of God, the Star, and the Moon, which are reinterpreted here through the visual language of this project. These additional cards will be explored later in a dedicated section of the book. So, in the main section of the book, they have basically the cards that we're more used to. So the Devil, that is a Golden Dawn tradition. And so in the back of the book, they'll talk about these other ones. Okay, so that's the Devil. Our next pair of cards they talked about is the House of God, which is the Marseille version of the Tower, and the Lightning, which is our Jacques Vieille. I'm gonna have to see how to say that. It was V-I-E, and the E had an accent over it, so it's V-A-V, I believe. And that was the Lightning instead of the House of God. So this is a very different, you know, this is very much, you know, the old Bible idea of being spoken to by God. You know, lightning coming down and striking the tree, and yet the tree lives. The tree being burning, and it contains the voice of God within it. So the house of God is more like, you know, you're desecrating the house of God, and here is where God is speaking directly to you. So very much a different tradition. Oh, I'm almost done. So here are the 2 different versions of the star. I did talk about this briefly in my last video. The star is more of an astronomer in the Vieille tradition, and here we have the star that we've become used to with the Golden Dawn system. And our last extra card is the Moon. And so this, I'm really interested to look at this because I believe, you know, this is obviously this is the Golden Dawn tradition that we know, and this one is going to be probably, it looks like she's spinning. Is she spinning moonlight? I wonder if she's spinning moonlight. That is really interesting. I love that card. That is so cool. I like how these extra cards are all embodying people. So you're getting a look at basically different characters in the story that you tell. That's a devil, that's somebody. I see, and this iconography as well. I really want to know more about that. I have gone over my time limits. So those are the extra cards, and I will be back with another video. We're going to look, just go quickly through our minor cards. I will see you then.